Hello gold farmers, welcome to another Good Farming video. And I also hope for those who celebrate Easter have a happy Easter, and for those who don't, I just hope you guys have a good day in general. You guys are really going to love tomorrow's video because one of the greens that I got from the bombardment sold for 23k, and I'm actually fairly surprised it sold. I wasn't expecting it to, but it did. So I guess I'll definitely be farming that a bit more. Anyhow, for today's video, I'm going to show you guys how you can maximize your profit off of the crystallized shadow, also known as the eternal shadow. Basically, all you need is the bolt of imbued frostweave and eternal shadow. If you have watched my shuffle on how to maximize your profit off of the bombardment, then you already know a little bit of this guide. If you haven't, then what you'll want to do is you'll want to make sure that you have some frostweave cloth. You'll turn the frostweave cloth into the bolts, and then you'll want to have infinite dust. The infinite dust is best gathered from the greens that you obtain if you have a distant or an enchanter. If you don't, then you can buy it off the auction house, but it might be a little bit more costly. You'll want to turn your frostweave or your bolts of frostweave into the imbued frostweave, and then you've got these three other claws that you can make from the Wrath of the Lich King. You'll want to use the ebb and weave. So this is best used if you do farm the location that I had shown yesterday. You can also buy the Eternal Shadow if you want, but the location I showed yesterday is primarily what I am aiming towards and how you can maximize your profit off of that. For miners, you can also pick up the crystallized shadow off of mining the Star Knight ores, so you can also send over any of the Eternal Shadow from that. However, you will just want to go ahead and craft these. You can sell the Ebon Weave by itself, or you can craft some of the transmog items that you can make with it. I do not recommend that you do the bags, which you got two bags, the glacial bag and the abyssal bag. I don't really recommend that you do those at all. However, you've got quite a few different transmog items that require the ebon weave. They also require the spell weave as well. But you do have a few transmog items that require just the ebon weave itself. And those would be your ebon weave gloves, the ebon weave robe, and you've got your hat of wintry doom. These transmogs don't really sell for a whole lot, but they also don't take a whole lot to craft. The most expensive would be the robe. And it actually doesn't look too bad in my opinion. It'd be cool if they actually had shoulders to go with this, but it doesn't look like a bad transmog set in my opinion. You can also save the ebon weave for the frosty flying carpet, which I was hoping that This wasn't buy on pickup, but it is, so unfortunately you can't sell it. The Ebon Weave for most servers sells for around 550 gold. On my server it's a little bit lower, but it's not too much slower, so if you just want to sell the Ebon Weave by itself, then it's not going to really make too much of a difference. It's definitely a lot better than the 113 and about 150 just to sell those materials raw. You can get, looks like about 250 gold more. And for those who may be wondering, I actually once thought this too, so I got on yesterday to test it. I thought that these used to be used to have a daily cooldown, and I don't know if they actually used to or not, but if they did, they no longer have one, so you can craft as many of them as you want. I do believe that would be all for this guide. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more content.